Hi, John Robertson here again, your Oscar volunteer librarian. This is part two of uploading and importing eForms. If you missed part one, I would suggest you watch that first. This video is going to assume that you've seen part one. In part one, we talked about getting eForms from the Oscar Canada webpage. This time, we're actually going to go to the World Oscar webpage, and we're going to get an eForm from there. We're going to bring it in to Oscar, and then we'll go ahead and see that it's working properly. So as I mentioned in the first video, what we want to do is we want to go to administration here. And if your Oscar looks a little bit more like this, then your administration link is here instead. Regardless, when you get to the administration page, what we're looking for is we're looking for Manage eForms, which is here. And when we go to Manage eForms, we're going to import an eForm, and that's the button right here. Now, in order to import the eForm, you have to get the eForm first. These come in zip files for the most part. In the first video, I did talk about the two-part eForms that come separately as an HTML file and as an image file like a PNG file or a JPG file. But in this case, when we go to World Oscar, pretty much 100% of the eForms are all zip files. And it's easier because you do one import and it puts the HTML file in your eForm library, and it puts your PNG or JPG file in your image library. That's done automatically by Oscar. You don't have to do it. So what we do need to do next is we have to go to the World Oscar site. And we can Google that just by typing World Oscar in. You can either do it as two words or as all one word. But what we're looking for is this. We're looking for the World Oscar site. And if we click on this World Oscar site, we should be able to go directly to it. Now, in the World Oscar site, there's a lot of information on here, but what we're specifically looking for today is we're looking for eForms. So I'm just going to scroll down on the right-hand side here to the search button. And I'm going to look for a radiology form. So if I type in radiology and look, it's going to pull up all the radiology forms that it has. And I'm going to scroll down here. This one is for BC Children's Hospital. That form actually I made, and it's in my server. So that's going to be less useful for us than something that I didn't make. So let's have a look at this William Osler Health Systems radiology referral form. This one I did not make. If I scroll down here, I'm going to look for the blue button here that says download. So I'm going to want this form and I'm going to download it. If I just click on this button here, it's going to ask me if I want to save the file. So yes, I do. I want to save that file. As I said in the first video, usually I recommend that you save them to your desktop just because that's the easiest place to find them. In the first video, you'll notice that I downloaded that zip file there, the CML radiology file. So now we're going to download this file. It's a referral for review, and I'm just going to save this to my desktop. Now, once I've got it saved to the desktop, I'm going to go back into my Oscar, and I'm going to go into administration. And in administration, I'm going to go to Manage eForms. Now in Manage eForms, I'm going to go click on this Import button, and I'm going to browse for that form that I downloaded. Now that form was a referral form, and if I scroll down to referral here, or if I were to type in the file name search, I would do the same thing. But that's our file. We're going to open that, and that's going to come into here, and I'm just going to click on Import. And then when I import it, now the newest form I have in my server is this new review of comparative images form. Now, if I click on it like this, it's going to show me the blank form, but it's not going to have any information in it. But if I go to my fake patient, which I used in the first episode, if we go and search for my Jessica Rabbah rabbit, and we click on E here. I'm going to go into eForms. I'm going to click on the plus sign here. I'm going to go to Show All, and then I'm going to go here where it says Modify Date, because that's going to show me the most recent one. That's the quick way for me to do it. I could go eForm Name, and then I could hit Control F or Command F, and I could start typing referral, and that would pop up the one I'm looking for. But this is the form I'm looking for, and if I click on that, now I see that it's actually filling itself out. So the patient's name is there, my name is there, the patient's fake address and fake telephone number, all the rest of that is here. It looks in Oscar and realizes that she's labeled as female, so it clicks off female for me. And then we can fill that form out and we can print and submit it or submit it to her chart. This is just a quick follow-up to my first video. And basically now we've gone both to Oscar Canada and to World Oscar. We found an eForm and we've uploaded it into our server. Thank you for listening.